Well, welcome to T&G Podcast. I am your host, Richard, for the T.
And I'm your co-host, Elsa, with the G.
And together we are T&G Podcast. And you're probably wondering, why did we start T&G?
Why did we?
Well, we started T&G because, let's think about it. We are really close friends. We talk all the time. We always talk about things that I think a lot of people can relate to, such as like family, relationships, finances, friendships,
Griefs, spirituality, intuition, and discernments.
Yes, we talk about a lot of that stuff. So, and sometimes we're talking, 2 to 3 hours. Yes, literally.
We never have enough of each other sometimes.
No, and I don't even think we can take each other seriously.
We can never.
Like
That's
right now.
the whole point of life, right?
For us, it is. So,
Happiness is the end goal of everything.
it is.
People may say it's okay to be content. No, this is why a lot of us are getting older, and regardless of our age, we're starting to look older than that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're getting older, but I ain't trying to look old. Okay?
I think none of us want to look old. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, though?
Yes. Okay, so I am a single mother. I do have a child, and I could just speak for myself that being a single mother with a child, it is a difficult road that a lot of other women and even fathers have to take on and do a double role where they wish they could have a little bit of help, but they know that that's not the reality. And so it's more challenging to get certain goals, to get certain momentum in things that we need to do, because we always have to worry first from like where we're at and where we want to be because of our child. And it doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, 3 children or whatever it is the case. It's always a difficult task to take on, because it's not just you who you're thinking about now, it's another life that you have to be responsible. And as we know, it sounds very like cliche, like a lot of people say, oh, everyone does that, everyone could go through that, yes, I understand that, but I want to emphasize how we have to give props, and also give some credit to those people who are going and doing double the role. And even if they have the other parent involved with their children, it's still a role that you still have to take on by yourself, because you don't know if the other parent could carry the same load as you or not. So you have to also see how mentally strong the other person is.
I don't have kids right now. So, I don't know.
Example one here. No, I'm playing. I am playing. But once again, people who have children, they end up, I don't know, there's been studies done that apparently if you're, let's say, for example, 30, you start acting like if you're 33. You add 3 years to your age once you have a child. So your maturity ends up getting more so than someone that doesn't have kids, regardless of the age.
Okay, because see, so I've wanted to have kids, believe it or not, by 30. But, it was approaching that time. Like, I'm not where I wanted to be. And then I was like, okay, maybe 35. I'm already 35. That's not happening. But I have set 40. So does that mean then by the time I'm 40, I'll be like, I'm 43 then?
If you have a child, there's studies that have been done, apparently. I don't remember where I read this, but people who have children, they tend to act 3 years older than their regular age.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
So let's say I could be 40, right? But let's say I don't have a child, but you're 26 and you have a child. You have 3 more years, but your maturity in your head is going to be more like maturity than versus me that I'm 40, because I don't know how to carry another responsibility, another life.
Gotcha.
It's always been about me, 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 and me. I know a lot of people say, no, it's not like that. I'm like, well, to a certain extent, yes, but you will never know how it is to carry another person, that you have to be responsible regardless. If, like, you can say, oh, I have my mother. Yeah, but it's not the same because it's your child. And a lot of people don't know how to distinguish both.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, so that's a little bit of me. I do have a lot of degrees. I do have my morning job, and I'm doing this as my second job in order to bring some income. As we know, the world is not cheap to live nowadays. I mean,
Especially California.
especially California, as we know. And so this is why I decided to collaborate with you to make this happen. And it's a reality that is coming true. So what I want to say to a lot of people is, even if you have a lot of things going and you're like, how can I start a second job? How can I start a second project? I don't really have the time. Baby, trust me, when you want something done, you will get rid of all of those excuses. Once again, for every problem, there's a solution. The only way you don't find a solution is when you feel stuck. Get out of your head, stop overthinking, and just start doing actions, and you will see the results.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah, no, that's the reality. A lot of people are just too stuck and worry about what they don't have instead of, thinking, okay, this is where I'm at and this is where I need to be. What kind of moves do I need to do in order to get there? Once again, people see, let's say, a glass of water. If it's like, half filled with water. Mm-hmm. Some people say, oh, it's half full, because they have a very optimistic, perspective in life. Like, they say, think positive. Yeah, mm-hmm. It's better to have it half full than not have nothing at all. And other people see the half of that glass and say, oh my God, it's half empty. And those are the pessimistic people that feel like they're stuck. Oh my God, it should have been full, and not really giving the presence of, like, I have something. Instead of seeing it, I have something, they see it as, oh my God, it's half empty. When in reality, it's not that. It's just a perception that people need to change.
Yeah. I can see that. Mm-hmm. I'm more the half full type of person.
Same here.
Yeah, so I always like to carry myself. I love positive vibes. Like, when you start being too negative, I'm like, yeah, let me step back a little bit.
And with me on the other side, I like chaos because it puts a fire on me. Like, okay, you're putting me in this challenge. Okay, you're acting this way. Okay, let me alchemize that into something positive, and let me show you now.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people nowadays do end up doing that. They're like, okay, this person is being a certain way. Either they decide to be like you, like, hey, let me step back, or they could be like me, like, ooh, bring more of that because I'm gonna use that for more things in my life,
But see, I think that though is probably like the Gemini side of you.
Oh, by the way, my zodiac sign is Gemini Sun,
and I am Taurus. Like a sun?
Yes, that's your
Taurus.
sun. As we know, this is why we get along. No.
But to that point, I could do the same thing, is that I like to like look and make sure like all the options are like, I've already thought of all the options before I make that move. But I do like a challenge too. You just have to challenge me in the way, like, I be very, 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 very competitive. It's just you have to know how to bring that out of me.
So how do you make your decisions then? Well, what steps do you do to take that decision? Like, what do you do?
Like, meaning like what type of...
Like you said that you have to see all of the perspective before you make a decision, or you make several. Like, can you elaborate?
So
on
like
that?
let's say like a situation happens, like let's just say like let's say a glass fell on the floor, right? And it broke. Instead of freaking out, I'd be like, okay, first, like, where did it fall? Okay, is anybody hurt? Okay, like, what should I use to clean it first? Instead of just like going out there and just, oh my gosh, it broke. Like, clean it up, clean it up. I don't care. Just clean it up. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to just move right away. Like, I want to make sure that I make that decision because I want to make sure I'm making the right decision. I don't like to live in regrets.
That makes sense. With me on the other side, I already had scanned the room before that glass fell. So when that, let's say hypothetical, that glass did fell, I will know where the broom or the dust, pan is at, or even the mop. Okay, which one is closer to me? Oh, the mop. There. I will not be pondering on one decision. I already found what I'm gonna use regardless. Oh, I don't have nothing. Okay, my hands. Yes, I might get caught.
Okay, yes, exactly. But it's not going to be effective. It's gonna.
Yes, it will get the mess out of the floor.
Yeah, but see, okay, but you might be taking a little long time. Like you said, the mop. Okay, you're mopping, but there's still gonna be residue. I will like, okay, hold on. There's a broom. Let me clean it up that way. Once it's done, it's done. Like, I'm not doing it more.
No, there will not be residue because the mop will destroy everything. The point is, we found a solution to that problem. So I do think, and before I do any kind of decision as a Gemini, but also as a Gemini, as a lot of Geminis can relate, is like we already had scanned everything. We already saw 2-3 options that we could choose from and right away take action instead of just pondering. And sometimes that could be a good thing, but sometimes that could be a bad thing. Sometimes we do have to take a little bit of time to take our time before we move. But once again, we're very like observant and we like to take action right away. We don't like to be sitting down and just ponder on one thing and to make just one decision. And if we do think, because we are overthinkers, as we know, we already have 2, 3, 4 solutions to that one problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You guys have solutions, but in the moment, you guys are very dramatic. Okay?
Oh, we do love that. As you know, if anyone could relate this, what do we Geminis do? We use a lot of expressions in our face and we talk with our hands.
I always call you telenovela, okay?
But fun fact, Taurus actually is the opposite of us. Just they know how to ground us in a certain way. So they're basically, in a way, not a twin, but they do end up taking the calm, the calm route versus we're like, no, let's get this done. And he's like, no, just wait, it's not time, just wait, and he will tell us when to act. And that's what you do sometimes. I will speed him up and he will slow me down. So this is why we're starting this. But enough, I talk a lot, speak.
Why did I start the podcast with you? Well, one, the idea has been there for a while. I've been approached about doing a podcast by different people and suggested to do a podcast with. At the time, I don't think I was, probably you could say, ready for it. I think because social media.
That's another beast.
So that's the thing. So like, I think if I had started it beforehand, let's just say I don't read like comments and stuff, but like I know how they can be. And my thing is like, if you catch me on a good day, I might clap back, and might say like, I don't want to be in scandals. Like, even I know like some of our topics are probably gonna be like off the chain and stuff, but like I don't want it to be me getting back at somebody. But then also, it just wasn't the time too. I didn't have the time to commit to it as well. Prior to this, if you guys, some might not know, but like that me and my brother have a studio called IFB Studios, which is where we're actually filming right now, and doing this podcast, and where it would be, majority of the time, unless we're out on vacation or doing something, or we just decide, hey, we want to do an episode at the beach. You never know. So that, and then I took time. I used to work with kids with behavioral issues. I was a developmental interventionist. I did that since I was like 19 to about 24, and then I started helping my mom open up her private practice as a licensed marriage and family therapist in San Bernardino. Then the pandemic happened. We moved down here. She went more virtual while me and Ryan did the studio, and then I kind of the industry had kind of changed and shifted to where like I wasn't really.
By the way, Ryan is his brother, his
Oh.
business partner. Sorry, he forgot to introduce that.
Yes, that's my brother Ryan. Yes, yes, yes. And he might pop up here and there, so my mom might as well too. Um, but I wasn't like really satisfied with the industry, like especially being an actor and going auditions. I didn't like how everything was. It was digital, but like they cared so much about your following more so than about your talent. Like you could have gone to acting classes and coaches, even though you've been doing it for a while and still been going. But when you go for audition, they want to see, what's your Instagram handle, your Twitter handle, like any social media. And it's just like, really, like, see if I'm even good for the role first. And so then I was like, I needed something else to do. So I went back to working with kids. And then for about 3 years or so. And then I was like, you know what? I did it very part time. But I kind of got to a point to where like I wanted to be back around with the studio more because my brother is in school finishing up his MBA degree, and then I also wanted to be more present and spend time with my family. So that's kind of why I did it. And I like to talk too, and then like we talk a lot. And we're like this stuff that we talk about. It's like we might as well just like talk about it, and like
Yeah, it's things that a lot of people speak about and they don't think that is suitable for the social media. But however, it's like this is what rawness looks like. And I'm not saying or talking bad about anyone that does any social media or any podcast or anything like that. What I'm just saying is that what you see is what you get with us. Sometimes you're going to see us in regular suiting, and sometimes you're going to see us very glamorous.
I mean, we might even do like a pajama day. I'm
Pajama
really
day, yes. And on top of that, it's not only going to be about us. We're also going to be introducing, what is it, like upcoming or upcoming?
Oh yeah, we'll be doing a lot of like indie artists. There's a lot of artists that come to our studio for different things, that do live events, and just different people of many in the industry that I think they're good at what they're doing, and maybe they can give insight to like maybe what is it like in the life of being an upcoming artist, or what's the life of being like a dancer, an actor, and maybe like someone who teaches acting or even does photography or behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people don't really get to get to notice. And then people who've been in the industry for a while too, that kind of maybe like not faded away, but they
took a time out, kind of like to kind of get their own personal life. Either they had to work on something or they just wanted to like some space out of the limelight. So it's like we're also going to be like reintroducing them in some way or the other, or whatever project they're working and not a lot of people know about. We're also going to be talking to them about those new projects. So it's a little bit of everything. So it's a little bit of how regular people like us doing regular lives, regular jobs, and even doing this, as well as introducing people that are already in the entertainment world who are big or not big at all. Like, it doesn't matter. We do not discriminate anyone in this podcast. And honestly, whoever wants to be coming on board, or anyone who wants anything, like any kind of show for their work, you can always message us, or even email us.
Email us or social media at T&G Podcast on all social media platforms. And like, to your point, like, it's interesting because I feel like this year is kind of like the reintroduction year. I'm seeing that a lot often. I know like my mom has a book called Reintroduction or Reintroduce Yourself, and I've been noticing that a lot of people I've just seeing, just like who I've been interacting with, they're kind of like reintroducing themselves or like rebranding themselves, and kind of like how we're kind of doing too. Like, in a way, different things have happened in our lives, and it's like, okay, like I want to do something different. I want people, they're used to me being this type of person. I've been a little quiet lately. Now you're gonna see like what I've been up to, kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know.
it's the moment to wake up. This
Yes.
is the year of action, and instead of being thinking in your head, no, let's put those things
And actually do it.
and actually do it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone can do it. And now this is why we're doing this, because look, we look like any other people like yourself, and we're here. A lot of people may say, how dare she goes and dress like that, or how dare she looks like that. But this is how people look every day.
Yes.
Not everyone is looking glamorous 24/7. And I'm sorry if you do. I don't mean no offense to that, but 98% of people, once they get out of work, they're like, okay, no. Time to relax. Let's get ourselves some little wine. And if you don't drink, your little tea, anything that you like.
Mhm.
Because honestly, we go like most of our day trying to be someone for the world or
Yes.
the society. So when we go inside home, we don't want to be that. We want to
No.
be our own self. And that's what we're trying to introduce here. So be
Yeah.
yourself, but also don't get too much in your head, and actually do work that will help you in any way or matter, that will benefit you in your own circumstances, and put it wherever it fits.
I like that. Very well spoken.
Well, yeah.
As you would, you kind of realize in each episode coming up, you'll kind of see our dynamic. Like she could be a little bit more the serious one. I'm gonna be laughing for some reason. I don't know why.
And I'm the one gonna be doing all the expressions and talking with the hand, and you're gonna be like, how does these two end up getting along? We don't know. We just made it happen.
We did. That's another story for another time.
Definitely. If we just start
If
telling
we
our
feel
story,
like telling that,
Yes.
how about that?
and if we do, you're gonna be like, wow, how are they even here?
Mm-hmm.
But so this is basically the first intro to
Introduction to
Yeah. to T&G
T&G
Podcast,
and
and what's ahead of us, and what we're gonna be introducing and showing everyone out there. And this is what real people do and how real people look.
yes.
And
We're talking about.
yeah, because there's no rule book that says this is how you need to look, this is how you need to act.
There's no rule book of life. How about that?
Let's
Like I, at times, it's one of those things when you were young. It's like I can't wait to be an adult. But then, as an adult, it's kind of like
I cry about. I can't wait to go back. Hopefully, there's a time machine out there, and I want to be young again or little again.
I would not regret it. This time.
No.
Like,
So, kids, if you see us, enjoy your childhood
Yeah,
or
for
your
real.
young age. Trust
'Cause
us.
adults can be something like, even like talking to like friends. Like you ask them, like, oh, how's your day? Or like, what's new in your life? If you haven't talked to them in a while, they're like, oh, things are good. I've been working, or like I'm taking care of the kids and doing this and that. But like that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, what about like, what else are you doing?
Yeah, well, it's the same question as when they ask a parent or a wife that's been married for years. Let's just say that, for example, they're like, can you tell me who you are? Please tell me,
Yeah.
like, Richard, who are you?
Yeah.
You're going to start saying about your career. You're going to start saying how you are as a brother, how you are as a cousin. But that's not really introducing yourself,
Yes.
who you are.
That's a good point, because I was at Ryan's school not long ago, and the teacher had asked us to introduce ourselves. And some of the people were introducing themselves, and then they were telling them like what would they like to be when they get older. And people will think that that's weird to ask somebody who's already older, of age, like, well, what they want to do in their life. But I don't think people realize that as we're continuing living, we're getting older, we're always still learning.
Yes.
And we're always evolving, and our life can shift. And I had said, I answered the question
You answered?
correctly.
Okay.
Correctly. Yeah, I did. Because I told them what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And so that I'll disclose another time, once those are in the works. But But yeah, is there anything else?
Wait, but what did you answer though? We're forgetting that part.
I answered them what I wanted to be when I. Well, it's not. I know it sounds weird getting older, but like things I want to do, like want to open up my own winery. That's something I would like to do, as well as my own fragrant line. I love cologne. I love to smell good. I would like a men and women as well as a unisex fragrance. And you know what? I love glasses too. So that might be something else too. You can always catch me in a pair of shades.
There we go. He likes to be stylish. As we know, we all do at our own style. But yeah, no, honestly, I guess more of the story is it doesn't matter how old you are. You can be as young as, let's say, 15, 16. Oh, I want to be this. Or you can be as,
Even 60.
yeah, 60 and say, I still want to do this.
Mhm.
You know, there's no age gap for your goals and dreams.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so more of the story is, yeah, if you have a goal and a dream, just make it happen. Stop being your own distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is, we could be our own obstacles, and we could do self-sabotage and distract our own self from doing what we want because of either community, you know, either our own minds.
Mm-hmm.
But in
Just
reality,
fear,
yeah, just fear. Fear is
That's usually the reason. It's fear.
yeah, you know, and I know a lot of people is like, okay, why are we talking about this? But this is one of the other topics about spirituality. Fear is another spirit
Mm-hmm.
that takes over us. And due to that spirit, this is why a lot of us feel stuck in our life right now.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
not saying
true.
everyone, but I'm saying a lot of people. Even if your life is great, there's probably something in your life that's going on. And you're like, well, how do I get out of this? Trust me, just really get out of your head and you will find the clarity that you need.
That's true.
Yeah, so
As you guys can see, some of our topics can get real deep. So
yes.
you really are going to just be coming on a journey of just two friends just really pretty much chatting. You know, some days it's PG, some days I'll let you know, okay, don't let the kids near.
This
get
is
some
midnight
profit.
stories, some shade. But and then there's gonna be times that we might go live. Not might, we will, but not anytime soon. Just
Mhm.
eventually we'll get to that where you can interact with us or even interact with the new artists that we're introducing or
Yeah.
reintroducing. And so that way you can also be part of the community and feel like you're part of the community if you really want to get to know us better and the people who we associate ourselves with. And once again, this is a live proof of this is how people look. Well, not like this, but you know what I mean. It's like very relaxed, very
She's
mellow.
really caring about her outfit right now. Okay, that's why she's bringing it up.
Yeah,
She
because
is.
I'm so tired right now, and I do have my morning job. But once again, this is a dream that we wanted to make it come true. And I told him, okay, let's make it happen. I'm not dressed, I don't have makeup on, but here we are. This is the raw truth of how we are in every day, and we want to be able to relate with other people that also, you know, don't feel comfortable being in their own skin either. And I'm not saying that everyone is like that, but some of us do feel like that. And at least I'm showing some kind of vulnerability that shows, hey, look,
That's her.
I don't mind being the black sheep of everyone, the one that goes off the out of the grind. I will.
She doesn't mind dressing down, but she will complain about it, like, oh my gosh, you look like a fat ass. Or
Oh my God, no. See, this is why, this is the friend that you have to be like, wait, because he would just spit out anything that comes out of his mouth and you'd be like, really? Yeah, there's been times that I'd be on the phone and when I just had met him and I'm like, hello, and he was like, oh my God, this and that. And I was like, okay, I'm like literally around like my family right now. He's like, well, you should have told me. Well, I didn't know you were gonna say that, but now it's like, he comes with warning. I even tell a lot of my other friends, like, all right. You know, and like, if he ever calls, make sure that you're out somewhere in the woods because you don't know what's gonna come out of that mouth. And I guess vice versa, right? But apparently, I come more telenovela, more dramatic.
Yeah, it's true.
Apparently, but I think I'm just being myself
No.
once again.
You no. You Gemini's are. I told you the story with my dad when he failed. That was so dramatic.
So apparently, Geminis, we love to be so dramatic.
Yes, we do.
We do to an extent, but once again, I don't know. We just like to be expressive.
That's the dramatic way to say it.
Geminis can relate, and I know there's a lot of hate out there for Geminis, but everyone
Those are good
knows,
people.
we are very good, loyal, people. We do end up doing whatever we can for the people we really care for. We actually are the most popular loner people that you can ever meet. We're always around people, but we love our alone time. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't believe this about Geminis, but we constantly get people to use us and misuse us and take us for granted because they think, oh, I didn't know they were like that. And they take advantage of us. And that's when we have to take our sword out and show them who we really are. Bring that evil twin out.
Yeah.
And how did the Taurus?
No, we're like that. We are really actually loners too. I like to say introverted, extroverted. Because I can be the life of the party, but then at the same time, like you can you can ask me to hang out, and I'll say yes. But then there's a part of me that will kind of like low key hope like when the day comes, like okay, please cancel, because
Now that I see, this is why I'm telling you, this is the other side of Geminis. Like, their Taurus are literally are like us, but they're the quiet one.
yeah.
And we're just.
You guys react really fast. We
Long story. That's another story for another time. But yeah, so what else can you tell me about you?
I think honestly, I think people get to know more about me as the show continues on through each episode. I think that's the beauty of having the podcast is giving our opinions and our views to kind of give people more insight of who we are in a different way than they probably know us or met us. Like maybe they haven't had that opportunity to, or have time to talk, to us, in a way outside of, maybe just something surface level. Like we've been able to talk about like stuff like we can go from talking about like which we're not going to really do here politics, but we can go from like politics to religion and sex all in like 15 minutes like and be like it's just
And no more talk.
yeah. Exactly.
Well, that's on Taurus side. Because with the Gemini side here, 1 minute you'll get the calm Elsa. Oh, by the way, I'm Elsa. Like I said again, but
Yeah, she just won't let it go.
We could get in trouble for that. That's a trademark. Sorry, Disney.
Well, let it go again.
Again,
How
there
about
we
that?
go.
Let it go
No.
again. Allegedly.
Allegedly. But yeah, no, 1 minute you will get the quiet Elsa, the other minute you'll get the fun, hypey kind of Elsa, the other one you will get the very fiery Elsa, the other one you will just get the one that would just listen and not speak at all. So it really depends.
That one you don't. I don't know. Which one do I know? I think I like the loud one.
The loud one, the crazy one?
Mm-hmm. So I think if you're quiet, you're
Yeah, as we know, if the Gemini stops talking and smiling, yeah, you're in trouble.
It's the same for us too.
Really?
Yeah.
Another
It's the same
example.
for us. Like that's the worst thing. Like if I'm quiet, I'm either quiet because I'm observing, or I'm quiet because either I'm gonna hurt your feelings, or I'm like, yeah, it's not worth the energy.
If we're quiet, we already know all the facts.
But I probably already moved on too. I've checked out.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that is true. That's the reason no one can take us serious sometimes because they were like, "Why are you guys laughing? We don't need to speak."
Because I
Our
know
eyes
she's
could
thinking
tell us.
like, I'm like,
And then, as everyone knows, at least you have one person that you don't need to speak. You just look at each other and
Yeah.
you will know what's going on in their head, and vice versa. Yes. So yeah, welcome everyone to T&G.
Yes. And until next time,
Bye.
take care.
Take care, everyone.
夜風に酔いしれる心を揺さぶるグルーブで胸騒ぎがしてるリズムに乗って駆け抜けよう